Hey everyone, welcome back to the Railblazers Podcast. I'm Callum Marius. This podcast is our love letter to the people, places and passions that make up our railway, with Thameslink, Southern, Great Northern and Gatwick Express all aboard for our final episode of the series with the lovely Kelli Leigh. Next station, Greenwich. Kelli Leigh, welcome to the Railblazers Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Callum. Thanks for having me.
And you've obviously come by Thameslink today.
I did.
Because you are the star of the new Thameslink magazine for this issue, which is out in selected stations now.
Yes!
And you can get it online and on social, so check out Departures. And we did an amazing shoot for this.
Yeah.
And also it's to celebrate your brand new album.
Yes.
Legacy,
Yeah.
which is out, finally. So really exciting. And we did that, we did an impressive shoot, and you'll see all these glorious photos in the magazine. It's absolutely gorgeous around Greenwich, because you're a South London girl, aren't you?
I'm a South London girl through and through.
That's it.
Yeah.
So let's start with your story then, because many people will know your voice.
Yeah.
However, now is your time to shine, because you finally got this album out.
Yes.
Tell us, so, you know, you've had hits, sometimes uncredited, you know, Second City, I Want to Feel, Duke Dumont, I Got You.
Yeah.
You've had More Than Friends, which was the first sort of like big hit that was credited, right?
Yes, with James Hype, yeah.
Absolutely. So tell us, why now with this album? And it's been a long journey, right?
It has been a really long journey. As you said, I'm a working class girl from South London, and it's taken me time to, you know, build up the recognition for my voice and who I am, and the growth to really back my artist project. And now is the time I felt like my album needed to come out and kind of cement the pathways of what I've been dropping. So my voice first blew up in, it actually blew up firstly on Cry Just a Little for the Bingo Players.
Oh,
yeah, and that was back in like 2012, I think it was, 2011, 2012.
Gosh, that's 13 years ago still.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Mad.
But then I kind of, you know, I was on tour with Adele as a BV at the time,
Absolutely.
and lots of stuff, and I didn't really know, like, and that kind of was fleeting.
Yeah.
And then Flo Rida sampled it, but he used another singer to copy what we'd done.
Yeah.
So that was it. And then it wasn't until 2014 when I Got You and I Want to Feel and Love Too Deep for Eric Donna Redondo blew up that I kind of was just like, oh, hold on a minute, what does this mean? And kind of I spent a lot of time for those years following actually learning about the music business on the artist side of things and how I needed to progress and kind of kicking down doors, basically.
And you really are a Thameslink girl, right? Because I remember you were telling me that that sort of pin drop moment when you knew sort of back in sort of like 2013, 2014, that, you know, your voice has really taken you somewhere was you were in Croydon recovering after a car accident, right?
Yes.
And you saw a van go past you playing like your vocals, I Got You. Because everyone knows that song. Ask me what I did with my life. Like it's like a song of a generation, and that's when the penny dropped.
It really did, because I was recovering from a car accident at the time, and I wasn't able to work. I was on tour with Jessie J at the time doing the Alive tour, and I couldn't complete the last few shows of that tour. And it was kind of really, you know, eye-opening and awakening for me about where I was at my life and my career. And I'd always wanted to be an artist, but when you come from backgrounds like myself, you know that you've got to pay the bills. There isn't a fallback plan. There isn't, you know, I didn't have money in the bank from parents that couldn't fund my way, and, you know, I could just focus on my artist career and all this kind of stuff. And you know, so working to pay my bills and then try and put behind my artist project, like, was all on the go. So I just kind of was traveling all the time and working all the time and doing BVs and doing session jobs and working on the side, doing my music on the side. And the car accident really just stopped all of that. Like, in my tracks, I couldn't do anything. So it was really weird that then I got asked to sing those songs. And I do believe stuff happens for a reason, because if I hadn't had the accident, I might have been on tour at the time, and then I wouldn't have been free to do the studio session. And I actually went in, and the session for I Got You, I recorded sitting down because I couldn't stand. And
I think on the Live Lounge, right? You did a Live Lounge.
Yes, Live Lounge. I was still...
You're sat there.
Yeah,
you know,
I was still
never
injured.
noticed at the time, but the story behind it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was still... I couldn't walk very far because I had a severely prolapsed L5-S1 disc and a fractured pelvis. And I had extreme sciatica. If anyone's had sciatica, you know that pain is wild.
Absolutely.
So, I could only do so much or go so far at certain periods of time without having to, like, sit down or try and stretch or something. It was kind of crazy that all this stuff kind of happened. It was like my whole life shifted and my whole world changed. Yeah, it was crazy.
So how then have you got from there to here, where we've got, you know, your cover girl, your album, your launch party. I mean, the collabs on that. You've got your own podcast.
Yes,
You Know My Voice.
You Know My Voice,
which is just a joy, and you're using your platform now for people who are in those similar situations. You know, I was listening to the podcast the other day with Carla Monroe. She's at your album launch party.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. I mean, it's a magical transformation.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know what? I think I'm weirdly resilient. I have like just an absolute weird determination.
Is that South London, do you reckon?
It's that South London drive.
You can't
it's like, you cannot hold
That's
us
it.
back. And yeah, I think I know where I've wanted to be and what my dreams are. And I really did, like, a lot of people said, why, like, did you never want to be signed? Like, you being independent? I'm like, no, I've always wanted to be signed.
Absolutely.
I always wanted, you know, the knight in shining armor to come and sign me and go, I see your talent, we're going to invest in you and make you a star, kid. And like, that just isn't the music industry. Like now it's changed so much. Like, I grew up listening to, you know, Destiny's Child and Prince and Whitney and Toni Braxton and Brandy and Eternal, like all these all these big artists back in the day, like Backstreet Boys. That was my band. Like I wasn't like a full like boy band girl, but Backstreet Boys, they did
Little
get me.
soft spot,
Little soft spots. Backstreet Boys. I definitely had their posters up for a bit. But yeah, you know, like, and you kind of think what the music industry is going to be like, and then suddenly when you're in it, life happens, and you also really notice that it's so much harder for working class artists or creatives to become big, because the music industry it's a money pit, and it's also like who you know and how much money you have, and that's why some of the biggest artists in the world come from
absolutely,
you know, real wealth behind them, because they can just constantly invest, and so that's something that's really hard.
It's a business. I mean,
a business.
At the end of the day,
it's a business.
It is a business. So I think, you know, a lot of people don't sort of like factor that in. You know, it's all great to have talent, but you've got to have some sort of support and that acumen around you, I think.
Exactly. And I think that's why, as I was going along the way and finding out stuff, which a lot of it is, there's a lot of injustice in it. There's lots of, you know, stuff that's been in the industry for a long time, and this is not how it's done. Even like when I started You Know My Voice, which is podcast which talks to the biggest voice in electronic music, so many industry people who are even in dance and electronic were like, this is such a great idea, we would never have thought of it. And I'm like, that's great that people loved it, but that's also the problem, because vocals make up most of dance music. Unless you're listening to some like raving tech house at 4 a.m. and instrumental, there's a vocal.
Absolutely.
So it kind of was mad to me that still, and it also just really highlighted it. It's like, you guys really do not think about the vocal at all. You just get what you need and then move on. And it's just been the way for so long that not many people have challenged it, and then I popped in.
And you've done it on your own terms, right? Because you've got your own record label now as an independent artist. Now you've got Legacy coming out, and I feel, out now even, and I feel that Legacy, you know, the songs that are on it, it's like you've arrived. You know, you listen to Elevate, you know, you've got some beautiful, like, they're booming vocals, but they're powerful, and I think it's quite hard to put you into a particular genre. I know that like electronic and dance is sort of like your thing, really, but I think that shows your growth as an artist, and the fact that you're doing it on your own terms. Because I think, you know, in a lot of you know, what you've said on your podcast and things like that, you know, dance bangers, they can be quite formulaic.
Yes. But
now here you've had the time, you've had the support, you've built your network, and you've built this beautiful product.
Oh, thank you.
So now Kelli Leigh is a South London girl. She's a Thameslink girl. Okay. So now we're going to talk about some of the places that inspire her. So Kelli Leigh, South East London is your playground, right? That's where you live. That's where you work. Yep. You've got your studio down in Greenwich.
Yeah.
Your family is still in sort of like a Gypsy Hills area,
South London,
South around there. So growing up, you must have spent a lot of time, you know, backwards and forwards on trains. Like what does South London mean to you? Does it inspire your music?
Do you know what? It does. I really do. I do love South. I'm proud of it. And that sounds really silly, but I really am. There's just, so much of that area was part of my life. If you go onto my YouTube channel and watch my Just for One Day single.
Little Southern train in the background. We've all seen it.
And that literally, like, we used to live down that way as well. And like the train was literally opposite our house. So like, and it just, it's part of growing up. I mean, I went to school down there. I went to Elmwood Primary School, and then I went to Harris CTC for a year. Did my time at Norwood Girls School, if you know, you know. That was some growing experience.
I can imagine.
And then ended up going to Brit, so obviously down in Selhurst. Wow. So, it's like all of South is part of my life, and it shapes you, and it's part of the journey, and
because some of your music has had that sort of like almost like a slight garage, like the sort of like piano sections and stuff like that. They've got the sort of like South London vibe, no?
Yeah, you got to think. I mean, I grew up listening to Craig David too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shanks and Bigfoot, Sweet Like Chocolate is my banger.
Of course. I think
obviously,
I had that on tape. So okay, let's say
yeah,
I'm coming down to Greenwich for the weekend.
Yes.
Where are 3 places you're taking me, Kelli Leigh?
Okay, I'm taking you obviously to the top of the park, because you have to go to the observatory, because that's where time starts.
That's
in
the
the
rules.
world.
That's the rules.
Like, that's the rules. So you get there, we'll see the view. Then obviously it'll take you down to the market, because I love Greenwich Market, and it's just so beautiful. And all the like independent stalls and food places. Like, I've ate such banging food in Greenwich Market. Like Bartek's like satay chicken stall is amazing. There's Daniel who does the antiques, which is amazing. Like there's the vintage barbershop there as well. Like it's absolutely incredible.
And it's open on most days, I think.
Yeah, it's open every day of the week. And like there's just like incredible places you can go. I just picked up a cute little bag there myself. And like as you do, I saw it in the window, I was like, I have it. But like, so I love it down there. Like it's just, there's such an amazing community vibe. I've done like amazing reformer classes down there. Like, and then like, so we'll go there, we'll do a little bit of shopping, we'll eat a little bit of food. Then obviously I'll take you to the river, because we're on the river.
Of course.
And walk you through the iconic college, obviously the Naval College.
The
it's
Royal
just
Naval College.
Absolutely stunning.
And this year they're celebrating 100 years of film, and we're celebrating 200 years of railway.
And the thing that I really love, again, then you can take it down like from Greenwich, and then head out, and then head off to the O2 or whatever, or head down to like Charlton and Woolwich, and like take it like there's or go the other way, go to Deptford. Deptford's got amazing restaurants now.
Buster Mantis.
I got my
Have you
first.
Ever been there?
Oh yes, do you know
Caribbean
what?
Restaurant, Caribbean tapas.
Yes,
delicious.
so I shot a little bit of Never Dance Again.
Did you?
Music video there in Deptford.
There you go. No, see, she's a true Thameslink girlie. You can get
true
from
girl.
Deptford.
You can do a tour of,
we'll have to do the Kelli Leigh tour on the train.
I got my first tattoo in Deptford.
There it is.
So there's that.
Cute.
It's like, it means infinity swing, and it's like my little eye dots. So
Oh,
actually, I've never said that publicly. So I got that in. I felt really funny though going in, and the girl was so lovely who did it. But I was like, she was like, "What would you like?" And I was like, 3 dots.
It's cute.
It's like, and it just, but I love it, and actually I find it really inspiring. So yeah, there's just like so many amazing areas, and then obviously then you're straight into London Bridge, and like you're connected to everything, and then like and so on. So yeah, so sorry, the 3 places we go to the park, we go to the market, then we'd walk along the river, and we'd have to get like a drink on the river.
Absolutely.
Like you have to.
That I think is like that's the shot for the gram.
That's the
That is.
It
that's
is.
When
and then
been,
watching the sunset.
A golden hour.
It's just it's just it's so nice.
That is nice. That's
So
giving. That's we have
yeah.
like unconditional playing in the background. Like it's very
We'll do the
like,
sunset mix.
eclectic.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Like that.
And then so I just love it. And then when you want to get out, you just hop on the train.
Exactly.
And you're in Central.
And places along that line have you almost, I imagine, like been almost like part of your career. I mean, I was looking back 14 years ago. I said this to you actually the other day.
Yeah.
14 years ago, you did a little gig for St Pancras.
I did. And
I was looking back at YouTube, and I was just like, wow, you've come.
We've got to recreate that.
I suppose when you're a songwriter, because you do a lot of songwriting as well, let's not forget.
Yeah.
Where do you get that inspiration from? Do you get it from like around South London, and do you get it from like being on trains or traveling or meeting people? Like, does that come naturally?
It does. It does actually. Like, I'm a big believer of just like getting out and doing things and living. And when you, as a writer, when you get a mental block, and especially if you've been doing like session after session after session, and then you're just like, what else am I supposed to bring to this? And you do need to live. And actually, I was going through a really bad time a long time ago, and a friend of mine, Kelly Marie, shout out to DJ Miss Kelly Marie, she's amazing, she's a really good friend. And
Are all your friends called Kelly?
I know, that's so weird. I only have friends called Kelly.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. No, that's so funny. I didn't think about that. No, actually, it was funny because she's Kelli-Marie and I'm Kelli-Leigh. So actually, when
There's
we
something special there.
And she's an amazing DJ. She used to be a head candy DJ, and then she set up this
cool.
group called High on Heels.
Okay.
And she was the first person to like start taking me around the world. Like with her, with High on Heels, I did Dubai, South Korea, China, India. Like we did so many places. Anyway, I was going through a really tough time, and she said, "Look, come out to Goa," because she'd go to Goa a lot, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was going through like a massive transitional period, so I did, and I ended up meeting this man who I've never ever seen again. I don't even remember his name, but he was out there, and I was so burnt out and drained, and he was like, and I was saying like, I'm an artist, and the things that I'm trying to make happen, and blah blah blah, and I just couldn't. I just felt like I didn't know how to move forwards, and then he said, he was like, how can you feel to create or lift yourself when you're already on the ground? Like you need to rest. And it was, it was so simple, but it just was so like amazing and spiritual, and it was so human. And I was just like, oh my God, that's right. I'm trying, I'm pushing, but I'm down here, and there's nothing for me to be able to give because I'm not rested. I'm not in myself. And you know, and it really started to teach me that like, you need to like take that you time. And I think especially with how fast the world moves nowadays and how there's so much, I think London is an amazing place, but the downside I'd say for London is that we feel this kind of,
in a bubble,
bubble of pressure and like achieve and you must be this and you must do this, and you grow up with that.
You know, it's so, what you're saying is so universal, whether it's Greenwich or Goa.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need to take, you know, whether that be a short train ride away or whatever, to take that time out. I mean, my favourite thing is just, you know, just hop on the train, you're down in Brighton.
Yes, I go to Brighton a lot on the train. Yeah, doing that. Yeah,
like, like, even if you've been there 700 times, you will never see the same thing twice.
Yeah.
And I think that just goes to show that there's that universality, that beauty of train travel.
Yeah. And I like it. You get to like be in your own world, and you can switch off, and then you can't
write a song whilst driving.
You can't write a song while driving. You can't. Although I have had ideas.
Okay.
But you can't do anything. And
so you have featured a Southern train in your music before, in your music video. If you had to make another music video in Greenwich, where would you shoot that, and why?
Oh, Sun Token I did on the pier in Greenwich. Yeah, I did that. That was years ago. We did that on Morden Wharf.
But Greenwich,
but yeah, good question. Where would I do it? Let's see.
I think it's got to be in the Grand Hall where we've got that cover photo.
I think so. Yeah, that place is so magical because I've never done anything. Yeah, it's so opulent. Could you imagine doing like a really amazing scene there and setting the scene with like tables or something, and maybe there's like a dramatic dinner that's happening, and then things all go
so
crazy
period.
and
it's
like
it is. It's like otherworldly, isn't it?
It is otherworldly.
It's like escapism that we're talking about.
Yes.
Like literally, you know, you're 10 minutes from London Bridge. You never thought that like that sort of like
magic
higher presence would be there.
Exactly.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Or maybe something on top of the Cutty Sark would be cool. That massive boat.
Yeah,
it's fun in there.
I like
it's
it.
Like but yeah, I like that idea. That would be gorgeous. I think someone needs to make a horror movie in that tunnel underneath.
The crypts down there.
Yeah.
That was kind of spooky, wasn't it?
The tunnel that crosses.
The Greenwich Foot Tunnel.
Yeah, someone needs, because that's always dank, and the lifts are always out of order.
That's an experience. I think
it gets cold under there as well.
Like Railblazers, if you're out exploring, doing the Thames Path, that is one you've got to tick off.
Do that, and actually it's quite nice because then you get over the other side, and there's that massive park over there, and then you can do a walk all the way into Canary Wharf, and like, and that's really nice. Yeah, exactly. So that's actually quite a nice little walk. That is.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I said, do that, explore that.
Absolutely.
Don't go down there at night though, because it's a bit.
Yeah, it might be a bit.
It's a bit creepy.
There's a slight chill in the air that way, dear listener. Give us 3 places in South London that you would recommend. It doesn't have to be Greenwich.
Crystal Palace Park.
Oh, straight in there.
Spent a lot of my childhood there.
Why is that? Is that because of it?
Oh, it's magic.
Like
and the little dinosaurs.
Yeah, the dinosaurs.
The little, the families and stuff. Like, I love Crystal Palace, but we spent so much time there as a family. Obviously, like, used to go there for like some of the sports things when they would do the youth projects for kids and stuff like that. And that park is massive, and they have like amazing concerts there and just like all kinds of things. And just absolutely love Crystal Palace Park, and Crystal Palace in general is like really, really cool. I think it feels like the tour of the parks. Again, we used to go to Dulwich Park a lot
Dulwich
and
is
Bel Air
nice.
Park.
Yeah, Dulwich is beautiful.
And that's gorgeous, and like wandering around those ways. And I mean, there's so many like amazing little places to eat and experience in all of these places.
And Dulwich,
like
you've got the Dulwich Picture Gallery.
It's very pretty.
It's got a nice garden as well. That's a great place for family.
Yeah.
And not too far away, the Horniman Museum
Oh
in
yes,
Forest Hill.
we would go to the Horniman Museum loads.
And you see the view over Central. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, we used to go there loads. And
it's October half term now, guys. Like literally,
so
like,
go there.
Like, and it's just,
I mean, like, and then find the like cool little places to eat and stuff like that. Some of the places that are not the chains.
Yeah, I think one of the most glorious things about London is that you can turn a street corner, and you could be in a totally different environment, totally different space. And I think that in you think about how big the world is. You don't get that in other parts of the world.
Yeah, it's true.
You truly don't.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that what we might think of South London, that South London is this sort of like homogenous sort of one-dimensional sort of place where I don't know, it's like south of the river and sort of sometimes a bit spooky and sometimes a bit one-dimensional. It's the greenest part of London.
It is so green. It's so green.
Everyone, the communities there, like Peckham, that's got such a special vibe.
Yeah.
You've got even like Greenwich you mentioned. Even like you look at Woolwich when I was
Woolwich
a kid,
is growing.
Who would go to Woolwich? And now you've got Woolwich Works. You've got the Elizabeth line on your doorstep and things like that. Lesness Abbey Woods. I don't know if you've ever been there by Abbey Wood. You can look back over the city. It is gorgeous. We've talked a little bit about your journey, Kelli Leigh, and I want to introduce you to another Railblazer, a little friend of ours, Rina.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about her journey as a train driver.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about how in male-dominated industries, you both have found a very special path to success.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Train driver extraordinaire, Rina's in the house. Hey Rina, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Thanks so much for coming on the podcast. I'm really excited because you might not think, what have a singer and a train driver got in common? But you'd be so surprised, sort of with your stories. Train driving, that's a male-dominated industry, and it's hard. And it's taken a while for you to get here. So tell us about your story, because you came to the UK from Indonesia, where there's very few female train drivers. Worked your way up in the stations, and now you're here with a very interesting side hustle, which we'll get to in a second. And you probably now drive the trains that Kelli Leigh goes on to for gigs and things like that. So tell us about that.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't easy for me to get where I am today, but it took me more than 7 years.
Wow.
But I knew that I can do this job, so I didn't give up. Literally, I just work harder, and then I can do this. I kept telling myself, I know it's male industry, and it can be very intimidating, but
I can imagine.
you just have to be yourself, confident, and be assertive.
Yeah.
And then you just learn how to speak up. If they say something like, "Hang on, no, you can't say that." I just do it in banter because.
Yeah.
And again, you have to prepare yourself. Like, don't get offended so easy.
Yeah.
So just be friendly and be kind, really. And then eventually they realize, it's good to have a woman in this type of job.
Because like 7 years. Your sort of like rise. That's taken you about 7 years as well, and it's mad to think in parallel that you're doing that. So when you came and you started on the railways, I think you worked for London Overground, right?
Yes, true.
That's it. And then you sort of worked your way over through to Southern, and then you became a trainee driver with Thameslink. Because you're so glamorous and you're so no, but Rina, genuinely, you are such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And just to see I've got on your trains before, and you do nice little announcements, and you have a great sense of humour. And I think that when you're in that sort of male dominated space, I can only imagine that it must be so intimidating. But to have sort of that composure and that sort of drive and that sort of friendliness to be approachable and to because ultimately you want other women to be able to approach you. You want people to break down all these sort of stigmas and taboos. Yes. And Kelli Leigh, now with your podcast, there's a lot of women on there that share your experiences.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big sort of parallel there. You're both women of colour as well. I think that it does make life harder. Yeah.
Can I ask Rina a question though?
Yeah, please.
What's your favourite route to drive because of the view you have?
Well, I used to obviously sign Cambridge. That is my favorite route to drive after Hitchin. It's just beautiful scenery. Yeah. I don't know if you've been to Portsmouth. After London, Portsmouth view is beautiful.
Southern.
You see like all
Arran
the
Valley.
animals and
Yes,
all
we go down
the
there.
greens. It's just beautiful. And then Cambridge, I don't know, I found it people more friendly. It was like morning, like just like that.
Because
on the platform.
Rina, you normally drive, don't you? Bedford to Brighton and Bedford to Three Bridges. That's your normal.
He
does.
Yeah.
There's like a travel state of mind, I think. You know, when you're out and about and you're going to the big city or going to the beach or wherever, you're in that frame of mind, and it's really like exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, things can go wrong. That happens.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
life.
Yeah.
And we talk about resilience. Rina, as a train driver, when you've got 1,700 people, I mean, one day I got on one of your trains. I think we get stuck for like 20 minutes or whatnot.
No.
So yeah, it does happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think genuinely, the it's all about sort of making people feel like welcome and happy and keeping them in that sort of travel state of mind. And Kelli Leigh, I got to ask you, do you have an interesting hobby or sort of side hustle at all? Have you got a secret skill?
That's interesting. I do. Talking about Portsmouth, I got my day skipper just after lockdown sailing.
Oh, yeah. So, Rina over here has a very interesting side hustle. Rina, you are a Muay Thai fighter. How did you get into that? And also, how do you have the time after driving trains? Because I mean, I don't know how you do it, girl. Let me tell you.
Well, to be honest, I surprised myself.
Yeah.
Because I never thought that I would, do that, to be honest. But I just love it really. When took me a year though to join the gym, because when I found out, every time I saw the gym, like, wow, like 99% are male.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
Can be
I'm
intimidating.
really, So I thought, okay, I just had to go. And then, I just love it. I never look back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost out of time, but just before we go, let's do some Thameslink based track trivia. It's going to go head to head with some quick fire questions. Right, ready? Ready? We're going to test your Thameslink track knowledge. Let's get to it. Right, ready? Kelli Leigh, Rina, who's going to win? Right, you're both very competitive.
But Rina's going to win. She's just got the knowledge.
Okay, right.
see.
Here we go.
Okay, so question 1. Which famous ship can you visit in South London next to
Cutty
Greenwich on
Sark,
Thameslink?
obviously.
You've got that
That's
inside
not
track,
fair,
you've got that
though.
local
That's not fair.
knowledge.
That's like,
You've got that local
that's not
knowledge.
fair on Rina.
Okay. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site is in Greenwich? Which one? Is it A, the O2, B, the Cutty Sark, or C, the Old Royal Naval College?
Is that the Royal Naval College?
Yeah, it's going to be Royal Naval College.
Well done,
Getting there,
well done,
Rina.
well
Yes.
done. True or false? You can go directly between Greenwich and Gatwick Airport.
False.
False. Yeah, that's right. It's Gatwick. Greenwich goes to Luton Airport, but Gatwick Airport is from London Bridge.
Yeah.
There we go. So next question. How long are most Thameslink trains? Are they A, 4 or 8 carriages, B, 8 or 12 carriages, or C, 12 or 16 carriages?
8 or
Fair,
12.
yeah, it's
It's got to be 8 or 12.
That's it, 8 or 12. There you go.
We're terrible sports people. Like,
Girl power, look. Can't look the hustle. Which annual event starts or finishes near Greenwich?
the London Marathon.
Yeah. That's it. We're very South London centric with this one.
Yeah.
Right.
So most Sir Mo Salah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Thameslink, when the train starts at Bedford, does it normally terminate at A, Rainham, B, Brighton, or C, Horsham?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
When the Thameslink train starts at Bedford, does it normally terminate at A, Rainham, B, Brighton, or C, Horsham?
Brighton, sorry.
She would know that. She's the one driving it, wouldn't she?
I did not know that.
Brighton, how did I ask that again?
There we go. Okay, I think that was basically a draw. I think
we draw.
I think we are. Okay, just before we go, we're going to do 60 seconds of quick fire questions.
Okay.
We want your Railblazers recommendations.
Okay.
Rina, Kelli Leigh, whoever wants to jump in here.
Okay.
And we just want to know like your favourite places around the network, just so our listeners can go out and enjoy them.
Okay.
So, okay, right, let's go. Most scenic station for a photo.
Cambridge?
Cambridge.
I think I'm going to need to just do this. I was at Cambridge the other day recently,
Sorry,
actually.
this is for the station?
No,
or
good.
outside the station?
Good.
Yeah,
No,
Cambridge.
Okay. 2. What song are you listening to on a train journey right now?
The Slay.
Slay. Well done, Rina. Kelli Leigh?
I mean,
Kind of got a new album.
I will listen to See It, Say It Sorted, and you can listen to my album.
That's it. We'll put them on rotation. That's it. That's it. Okay. Favorite location to chill or to write lyrics on our network?
Ooh, favourite location. I actually love the view at Blackfriars.
It's nice, isn't
that
it?
platform is just so gorgeous.
That is nice.
Yeah, I find that really
That's a way
inspiring.
to de-stress before getting the train.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just sitting there, just being like, yeah.
Good one. One item you always bring on a train trip?
Water.
Camera.
Irina loves the gram. She's always, honestly, you've got to follow Irina on Instagram.
Actually,
That's
Like,
it.
you did it in my
We're all
socials.
travelling from Bedford to Brighton with Rina.
I was just like, water for survival.
Best way. Actually, this is a good one. If you could rename Greenwich Station, this is for Kelli Leigh. What would you call it?
Oh, what would I call Greenwich Station? I call it the Market of Vibes. I don't know, that's terrible, but that's what I could think of.
I like that. And Rina, if you could drive your Thameslink train to anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere in the world. Oh, God. Anywhere in the world. Oh, my God. Where?
Home.
Wow. Indonesia, too far. Actually, Lake Garda. Oh, my God. So beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, you just got back there
Going
for
through
the
all the
yeah.
lake, you know.
that'd
I
be
just
cool.
love it.
That would be amazing.
That would be cool in
That would be
Italy.
amazing.
Beautiful.
That's it. Well, for now, we'll be travelling from Bedford to Brighton to Greenwich with Kelli Leigh, listening to her new album, which is Legacy, which you can download now. And you can check out Kelli Leigh's full feature in Departures magazine at selected Thameslink stations and on the Thameslink website. Thank you so much both for joining us.
Thank you.
I've really
Thank you
enjoyed
for
this.
having
This has
me.
literally been so exciting.
Thank you.
And we're going to be, where can, actually tell us, Kelli Leigh, where can we find you on socials?
You can find me at Kelli Leigh UK, KELLILEIGH UK across all socials, and Kelly-Leigh on your favourite streaming and download music platforms, and YouTube as well. And also, we're nearly at Christmas, so my Christmas EPs just like every year.
It's coming.
Underneath
Unwrap
the
my
tree.
heart.
Unwrap my
There we
heart.
go.
Exactly.
That's it.
So yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Rina, where can we follow you on socials?
Well, I have an Instagram account.
Yeah.
Just Rina _Landriani.
Yeah, we'll put it on
just
top.
find the Thameslink. Yeah, you will
That's
find
it,
me.
that's it.
It'll be easier. And TikTok. And
Yeah, perfect.
And I want to ride up front in there.
That's it. We'll make it happen. We'll do
make it
Railblazers
happen.
Express. That's
Yes.
it.
Are we going to sing some of your...
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it. So
absolutely.
let's do it. And we'll love and leave you, dear listeners, for our season finale with a snippet of Kelli Leigh's new song, Elevate. Kelli Leigh, take it away.
Elevate.
We don't sleep, no, don't sleep, you and I. No, no, baby, we don't sleep, no, don't sleep.